Hey guys, Felipe here, senior front-end designer with over 15 years of career and experience. And we are continuing here with our project from scratch, using Bolt in the cursor and some other programs already, ChatGPT, LinkedIn, and everything else. In the last video, we stopped at the development part because it wasn't working. The logic part of it, there's nothing different. From where you stopped to mine, the only thing I started here, just a little before starting the video, I set it up to do the PDF upload part up there, linked in, to be a tabby just like we had here in the pot. You see, let's see if it's working here too. How is it working here? Here it's not even opening the input. Here it's not working, no. And then he's making this change for us, okay? Finishing my touches. He did it. But it's kind of messed up, right? That's what we do. I'll take a screenshot, send it to him and say, dude, are you kidding, right? The tabs have to be side by side. They're one below the other with 100% weight and take advantage. We take advantage not to waste tokens.
Take advantage, although it consumes when it's an object of do.
A logic of upload of PDF and extraction of its data. Right after we integrate with OpenAI, I went doing here in this particular place exactly what he did as he had previously done. Subscribe the tabs, side by side layout. All right. Did the content PDF extraction. Made an edit to handling our config. Still doesn't understand what we want, but all right. And it will set up with no. All right, let's take it here. For him to see. Is it here? When I say earbuds, I mean the latest technology. I mean something like this, perhaps just maybe the... My tokens are over, let's leave it here. When I say tabs, I mean, you know, like this, just to clarify side by side, in a manner of speaking, if you will. It was nothing. And then we give it a retry here. When he releases, we will release. Today in the evening, it's the boom. Credits were released for me here, so let's continue. Where we were here, I only sent it to him because he didn't set up the tabs correctly. For me, it's for you, so it might be okay, all right? A tip is to always read the terminal and try to fix it manually, especially for those using free. Because then you don't need to keep asking him. Every time you ask him, it already uses up tokens, and when tokens are used up, you get closer to a daily limit. It takes longer to...
Did you make this first version?
All right. Let's see what he said he did. Change the tabs. All right, added transition. And there, so he has my... Should he run it? Sometimes it stops running. Okay, so you need to put this npm random there. Let's see.
All right, I think now it worked. Just this button here, which is on the side, right? Let's see if it fixes the little drop scheme over there. Over processing PDF. Here, as you can clearly and undoubtedly observe, indeed, it's green. It's not just that it's not processing our PDF, so it's using this PDF.js test. For us to use, it was also supposed to extract for us, but it takes a bit of effort, right? To try to do as much as possible here, so later, when we send it over there, for the IDE, we don't have much work to correct. The cursor I mentioned to you. I saw another one recently. I think I'll test it here with you. It has the same approach as the cursor, but its format allows managing multiple files at once. People are saying abroad that it's a bit better than the cursor, so I'm going to take the opportunity to test this one, but the theme is the same for both, okay? So whether you use one or the other, it will be the same. Is what he put here? Uh-huh. All right. He's saying it looks great. Let's see if it really looks great. Here is the PDF. If you open Edge here, take a look. All right, let's drag here. Section. Problem, it's not doing the dynamic import. Another tip for you, you can also see which file is causing this error here. Copy its content, and in ChatGPT, paste it here for him. To not waste the token here, okay? Let's see where this guy is. Imported. PDF. Come here, look. We are explaining that we need to extract data from a PDF, and API is causing this error. There's also a limit in GPT here, but you can do a load balance of what you will spend the bolt on this. Wow. It's taking a long time to input the data, huh? For X, let's refresh just a bit more. Now, it went library location can't load the worker. Let's configure the path manually in order to successfully and efficiently achieve the desired outcome. It's not manual. You can do it here or try to check here and see what it says, because there are several steps there. You need to change it in Webpack configuration to change the type of import. Check if it's still installed. You do everything, but it's installed. You're seeing it through the command line. So what did we use here? We used Figma, we used V0, and we used Bolt. Where is it? Getting the version from, it's getting it from the PDF.js dist. Let's see what he said. He said he's going to fix and improve the error system using the correct version. Validation of empty fields of files. already messed up. My tokens here are already covered. Let's see how many tokens he will spend. 20K I have. It depends on the number of files, on the modifications he makes. Okay. The tough part about Bolt is that it rewrites the entire file. It doesn't just do like a cursor. The cursor, it takes part of the file and modifies it, you know. And this is over my tokens. It was 20,000 tokens because it rewrites the entire file. This is important for them there to be able to charge, right? But doesn't matter. I will download and I will use it directly in our ID, okay? And we will proceed from there. Once we have roughly finalized how we want it, we come here to download, all right? It will download a little zip file, okay? And then we will open the zip project that this bolt here, look. All right. We will extract it to a folder. Then you use some folder from your projects. Where is the same folder? Then you see generator, but you can use anyone. You will enter the project, copy all of this. This bolt is not needed, okay? And you will drag it to the folder. I'm not even showing you this guy here. Look, you will enter the project, copy all of this. The bolt is not needed, and drag it here. Okay. Dragged. It will be here. Then you can close it and we will open. Where is it? Put it in another window here. Windsurf. Okay. It's this guy. Right here, right now, at this very moment. There are even some guys talking about Windsurf. It's from Codion. Codion also has an extension for Visual Studio Code, right? Theirs. Then you will click here on download. Okay. I just need to see if their composer is open. For those who don't pay, right? But it is cheaper than the cursor. The cursor is $20 a month and the Windsurf is $10, okay? I will open it. Just let me change here for you. It's very correct. There's this guy here, look, and then we will open your generator. It's in the folder. It's a park based on GPS code. See, put this. Click here to open the terminal. And then that one. Already opened with what we... Okay, and then... It's clear, right? Okay. Just to ask everything. All right. Let's see an @ we have it directly, okay? Okay. What we are going to work on first, we can... Let me see if I drag. Drop. Works. And carefully put the folder where it is. My dad already fell. So fast like that, I didn't even use anything, guys. And it wouldn't close again. It drives you crazy. And then directories, CRC. I am making an app that converts the first one. Let's install, right? Here, look, you can change the terminal, right? here it is. If you have Git installed, use Git. If not, you can use PowerShell. I prefer to use Git, okay? I have a video here on my channel teaching installing Git is simple. Search for GT download. Windows will download, install, next, finish. Convert mana PDF from your LinkedIn profile to a customized CV version. However, when I drag the PDF, I'm having issues. Take an overall look at the system and learn its context. Analyzing, look how cool and amazing and absolutely fascinating and truly remarkable. It's a TypeScript, JavaScript application because of those T's we have there. Then it analyzes the app. The PDF station uses drop zone. The problem with the PDF's race can be triggered at some points, especially if it's happening in the main thread. It can cause freezes. Now it might come with some problem, processing, synchronous, strict parsing. An hour has already passed, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's tell them here. Implement the suggestions. But first, let's see how it is. First, we're going to run an npm install. Okay, for this to work. Guys, you need to have Node installed, okay? There's also a video here on my channel explaining how to install Node. A brief summary. You go to Google, type Node for Windows, download. Next, finish. Make sure to check the option to add Node to your terminal's path, install it, then close your Windsurf, and open it again so it can recognize Node within the terminal. Okay. Then you'll run npm install. What is npm install? It uses a package manager, which is the Node package manager. That's why it's called npm, which is inside Node to install our project's dependencies. It takes everything inside the package and installs it locally so we can deploy, okay? So it will perform the installation here for us. It might take a little while, depending a lot on your machine and internet connection. You'll see how powerful this type of coding is. For those who don't know how to code much, Functon doesn't need updating. Then you'll run npm1 dev. This is what makes our application run, okay? It will open on local 573. Either you hold Ctrl and click, it will open the browser, or you copy, blah, blah, and you just open the browser. And here the logs will appear. Then you can right click on it, click here to inspect. It will open a Chrome inspector. So we can also know if there's an error here on the front end, okay, but it will show up here if there is. Delete it because I'm not very interested. Then we'll upload the PDF there and see how it is. Because remember that Bolt made some changes. We couldn't test on the interface. We tested here locally, no problem. There, look, this is the error that occurs. So let's copy this guy before the suggestions and fix this error. Let me just change this for you. Look there. Implementation is corrected. I will improve the PDF processing and make the information extraction more robust. It will modify. Then I will show you how interesting this modification part is and why it consumes less than Bolt and everything else, because it really does. It only changes what is necessary, right? For developers, it's basically a PR. Okay, it makes a PR as if it were changing a code and sent to update the entire code. Open the PR there on Git. Okay, here you see. There. One difference that I will make from this guy to the cursor curse is the following. He does the same thing, right? He alters the file content as you modify it, but he uses an internal logic saying, okay, this will solve it and sends it to you. Okay, then you test it, and if it doesn't work, you have to keep telling him to fix everything. But Windsurf is different. It makes a version of the code that it thinks will work. Then, internally, it checks if it makes sense. If there's any percentage of doubt, it releases an improved version of the first version it already gave you. So it has done this 2 or 3 times and sent the final code. Its assertiveness is greater than that of the cursor. You can open the manual component here on the side. Where is the CRC lib?
It's in the lib.
The PDF? See. What is he saying here?
Accept, reject, accept, modify, reject. You can click here.
What will this do?
It will add all the modifications he made to all the files.
In this case, he edited 2 for us, the objects in the PDF. So if you select accept all, it will accept everything.
Accepted everything, it will overwrite your files here.
Or you can click here on Open Div, which will show this version. And open file by file. Okay, we opened the PDF. Let's open the app as well. Look there. If you double click here, it pins it up here. If we click here again, it will open another window. Double clicked, it pins it up here. Okay. So let's see. It took the PDF and divided it into chunks. Chunk means it takes a part of the file and separates it into several parts, okay? To make a faster reading, all right, here we can put the septial, and here what it did was switch from English to Portuguese. So sometimes, if you know something about development, you can read through and see if everything it changed makes sense. The cursor had a practice where you would request something and it would change another point that was already corrected. If you always stayed on the septual, your code would always break, something that was okay. So it's always good to review. For those who don't know much about coding and everything else, it might not make sense, but it's always good to take a look until you gain some experience in reading code and everything else. Then it did a data validation. All right, let's accept everything. Then it will save the file and refresh it for us. Okay, it probably already did, so we go there and run it again. Then there was an error in the regular expression. Then what do you do? Ctrl-C.
It doesn't provide context. Enter.
Just look up here.
Start conversation. Past conversation. It has the summary of this conversation. Cool. Okay, it just doesn't have a way for me to go back, right? The old version of the cursor has it. You send a message, and the next message, here, a link appears for you to click. It undoes everything it did last and goes back to this previous version. Apparently, it doesn't have it, or at least I'm not seeing it here. Updated the third time. Oops.
It gave an error, folks. It also didn't bring anything to us here. Okay. It gave an error, but didn't show very easily the summary of what it captured from the PDF. Let's just see what it's doing. It's taking it in English, you see. It must be because you are taking it in the English language. Actually, this PDF extract needs to essentially take the PDF in text version and then parse it into a JSON with the titles of each category in the text itself as it is presented there on LinkedIn when exporting PDF, which is standard. Beauty will simplify. Of course, what's happening here is to explain to you. You see here, look, it creates patterns. Patterns, it's like a match, okay? I say beauty if there's this word software or developer or engineering or manager, designer, blah, blah, blah. I will take this and put it in a little box. Understood. But I don't know. The person could be Indian, Spanish, Portuguese. So you'll see. Look, it's January, February. Instead of being February, so it will work for us. BR, understood. So it doesn't have to be simpler. It has to take the structure from the PDF itself and self-regulate. Take the opportunity to show the extracted data. Okay. He already guessed some things that exist on LinkedIn for us. Okay. The ideal would be for us to use OpenAI for everything, right? But let's simplify to not generate too much cost. Also after generation. Oh, he's loving modifying this one, huh? Using this LQB pattern in Portuguese, extracting the raw text from the PDF, organizing the sections, showing clear visualization, showing the original structure, providing visual feedback. That's it. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Here. Okay, let's go back. Refresh. Is the theme working? Theme always breaks. Go on, it's working there, yes. Okay. We're going to see here. Oh, we're going to upload the report here. It didn't extract anything, you see? I'm going to copy this here. And does it accept PDF? No, right. And it didn't open the split here. Oh, you can more or less the structure. It's not this guy. I will put something else. That's why it didn't work at all, right? And not see. It already got email, LinkedIn, experience has no information, languages, not the name. It got it wrong. I want to know. Let's open the profile just to give it some context. Visual? Okay. Okay. Let's give it a little less control here. Oh. Just for it to see. Then we take a screenshot and more or less, generally speaking, how the academic information will be in terms of content, right? See the screenshot of the LinkedIn Spark PDF. Huh. It was, oops, I pressed enter. Let's see if it works. It doesn't accept images. It doesn't accept personal images. The cursor does. The cursor can copy an image, take a screenshot and do Ctrl-V there, and it can accept it. But this guy, here's new, right? So there's plenty of room to increase. Possibly the cursor will take on this more assertive format of his and will apply it. And the insert will also update with some things that everyone likes about the cursor, right? No screenshot. It's no use if we send it, right? Look at what it's doing. Clean text, text sector, does page off have page off? I think it got it because of this, right? In the strings, on page 4 of 5, cool. Here is my entire resume in text. As you can see, now it goes, providing detailed information about my professional background. Now it was beautiful, huh? Name, title, experience, company. but it's not separating. You see skills like these. And here, folks, I leave blue in. Certifications, let's see. Let me just show you a little more detail of what I mean. You see now it actually managed to do a basic one there. You see, it's not filling in, right? Certifications array, you see. It's not dividing. But we've already seen that we are managing to get the PDF, right? And extract information from it. Great, this is an important positive point for us. Okay. I'm going to take a break now. Okay, we've already covered a lot, right? The insert, how its coding works more or less. Then, in the next video, we'll focus on refining this logic. Then, on the PDF generation, okay, so we can extract the PDF in a well-divided way so that we can later work on the CV restyling, right? Which we are going to do. It aimed at the veil profile. You know, we will have to do this. Then, in the third part, we will create, I think 2 templates are good, right? 1 to 2 templates to make this generation have a nice style. And everything else that I believe will be the slightly more labor-intensive part. So, all right. For now, that's it. Thanks, everyone.